Fuck. Alright, so I'm driving the bug down the road. Actually, I was going to go visit a couple friends a little far away. And it pretty much stopped now, but this was pouring smoke. I think that my belt got eaten by the fan. I think it popped off and someone got sucked into there or something. And something's just been burning in there. I don't really know what it is. I don't really know what to do about it. I just hope I didn't like fuck my engine. No matter what I did, it wasn't good. So that's kind of bad. Yeah, so I'm still out here waiting for a tow truck. I don't even know. I don't know what to do with this thing. It's not good at all. But apparently they're on the way. So my Jetta broke down last night, cracked the oil pan. Alright, so the dude just called me, tow truck guy, he's gonna get me pretty soon. I'm just pissed, I was going to the beach. And now I'm going back home. All she does is brake. I don't even know right now. I haven't even gotten to take this thing out and really drift it once yet, because it's just always broken. So, apparently I gave the dude the wrong address. Apparently I gave him the wrong Northfield Road. So, I gotta wait another fucking 20 minutes till this dude gets here. And I'm just sitting here, waiting for a tow truck for the second day in a row. There it is. Sitting in the tow truck. I can't believe it's fucking happening. There goes the tow truck, and I was trying to roll up this window and I fucking snapped the handle clean off, and it's raining. I'm gonna try to push this thing into my garage because I don't know what to do with it. Alright, what's up YouTube? So my cars aren't doing so well. The bug is like, I'm not quite sure what's going on with it. I came in here and the floor was just covered in gas the other day. Anyway, I'm gonna deal with this when I get back home. Patrick and I are going away for a couple days, so I'm gonna mess with that later. But the Jetta, I cracked the oil pan on. I may or may not have mentioned that. I hit a giant bump in the road where they like take like a pipe and put it across or something, so the whole road was just dug out, and I didn't even see it. It wasn't marked or anything, so I just smashed the bottom. I was like over an hour away from home, so I got that towed. So that kind of stunk. I got the hybrid oil pan. It's 2 pieces, so it's got this steel bottom plate, so if this cracks, I'm pretty sure you can just order a new one of these and throw it on instead of a whole new pan. And it's supposed to be slimmer than just the normal oil pan, so it should be good. I actually found this on eBay for like $60. Usually they're I found one on one site for like 100, and then I think I've seen them for like 200, so $60 feels pretty good. The only thing I don't like is this little steel plate on the bottom actually feels real thin. I thought this was supposed to be, more reinforced, but whatever. And I got a new gasket here, so first thing I got to do is just move the bug out of the way. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, and then I got to roll the Jetta down and in here, so it's going to be a little interesting, but we'll see. Alright, so I can't really push this thing by hand. It's uphill, and I guess I'm not really strong, so I'm gonna try and tow it with the Durango. I got a chain hooked up. See how this goes. Alright, so now I just gotta kind of roll it back. Alright, so that works pretty well. It actually seemed to work just fine. Now I gotta just bring the Jetta into the garage. I'm hoping this I can just roll down there because it's all downhill. Let's see. Come on, buddy. Oh, shit. Oh, that was almost bad. Alright, I'm gonna have to pull this up just a little bit with the Durango again, I think. Just to get it. Hold on, give me the fucking thing. Alright, now I just gotta jack this thing up. Alright, so here's the first look at the real damage. So it's actually not quite so bad. I mean, obviously it's wrecked. But it's not as bad as Frank's oil pan. My buddy Frank's, I don't know if anyone saw that video. I just put it up a couple weeks ago. So this should be pretty much the same. I think this is all going to be, I think these are like 10s. Let's see. Yeah, those are all, so these are all 10 mils. The only real difference with the 1.8T versus the 2.0 is this oil feed return line from the turbo. There's my turbo. Hey, buddy. But anyway, the first two bolts that I'm going to get out are the two that are in here. There's 4 along this side. I think there's 20 in total, but these two were the biggest pain to get out. They were the hardest, for sure. So I think if I get those first before I loosen anything else up, they might come out easier. That's my theory, at least. I don't know if it'll work. Alright, so I was able to get those 2 bolts out. What I did was I just took this electric ratchet, but I loosened them first with the normal ratchet, and so it's got a 10 and then a smaller. This has to be one of the smaller extensions, a 1/4 inch. And then it's got an adapter. If you had a long enough 1/4 inch extension, you'd be fine with just that. And then it's got an adapter, so it goes to and then this extension is just to make it a little easier for me. But with all these extensions, it'll work. It's a little ridiculous, but that's how I got it off. Those 2 bolts are just a little strange the way they are. But now I'm going to go get the rest of them off. It's pretty straightforward. It's just taking bolts out. Alright, so I don't think Frank's car had this. So I think this plastic piece is missing, so I'm going to take this out. It's going to make it a little easier. There's just a couple of these. These are just like little Torx heads. T25, I guess. So I'll take, there's just that one, and I think there's another one down there, and this whole thing should come out. So yeah, it looks like there's supposed to be a bunch more screws, but mine only had 2, and that's all it takes to get that out. We'll see if that even goes back in. Maybe it probably will, just to keep whatever this is from whacking on stuff. But yeah, now I just gotta go around and take all these bolts out. What I'm doing is I'm loosening them all first with the ratchet, and since I've got this electric ratchet, then I'm just taking all of them the rest of the way out with that, just make it a lot easier. And then I'm gonna remove this because it's gonna drip some oil, I know it is. And then I've also got these 3, Or just, yeah, there's 3. There's the one here, here, and then one back there. So I'm going to just loosen all these and then take them all off. The ratchet should go pretty quick. So I've got this magnet thing, and this is super helpful for this job because some of the bolts, they're all loose out of here, but it's just hard to get them out. So you just literally just, this magnet, stick it up and in there. So, I mean, I've never seen one of these anywhere else actually, but you just kind of, and then there's your bolt. So that's all of these ones out. Now I'm going to remove these 2. I don't have another gasket for this, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to just make do with the one that's on there. Wow, this is really on there. I'm not sure why I put that on there so tight. Yeah, and then I've just got to do these 3 bolts up here, and I believe they're 15s, or are they 17s? See, I got my 15-inch socket, or 15. It's not a 15. Certainly not a 15-inch socket, Dylan. So I was just about to grab the camera because I got all the bolts out and I was about to pull it down, and I came over here and then I just heard a noise. This thing just fell. I wasn't under there when that happened. So yeah, all the oil's gone. But I mean, I don't know if this is really any slimmer, is it? Let's put these next to each other on the ground. Oh, I guess it is, maybe a little bit. No, I don't think it is at all. Those look like they're the exact same height, so that's kind of stupid. Thanks eBay. Hopefully that'll just go bolt right back on there and won't be too bad. Yeah, that's my hope. I gotta go peel any of that stuff off. Doesn't actually look too bad under here, but like, so I'm gonna pull all this kind of grody stuff out. I don't know if it's even gonna focus right now because my light just fell. Oh, look at that. It was all coming as one piece. Yeah, so I'm just going to peel all this stuff off, and then I'm going to just stick the other one up there, and I got a gasket, so I don't have to worry, or I'm not going to put any RTV or anything. Hopefully this goes on pretty easy. This is literally exactly the same as Frank's car, other than this right here. Alright, so I got a gasket, so I'm just going to put the gasket on there, and throw it up there like that. I got to make sure I get the gasket on the right way. So yeah, that goes on there like that, and I'm just going to pick it up, and then I'm just going to try to screw it in. Okay, so I got a couple bolts in, couple started. Now I'm just going to go around, just all around, and put every bolt in. I'm reusing the old ones, I'm not doing new ones. Then I got to get this thing. Oh shit, that's a little weird. That doesn't look like it lines up so good, so I'm going to have to figure that out. Alright, so getting this oil line in was actually a real pain in the neck because if you look at the way the turbo is, shit, that's all kinked. That's never going to work. That's not good at all. Okay, so I'm going to need to order a new turbo return line. God damn it. Or whatever line. Because that's just not going to work like that. Anyway, I started to get these bolts in. Now I just got to get them all the rest of the way in. That's so stupid that doesn't fit on there. So I'm going to have to order a new line. That fucking blows. But anyway, I'm just going to put the rest of these bolts in then in that case and just call it a day. Luckily, I'm going away, so I'll order something tonight, and hopefully it'll be here by the time I get home. Anyway, I'm just going to put the rest of these bolts in. I got these 3 started. Then I got some of the other ones, and I'm just going to put them all in and call it a day. Alright, so I got pretty much all of the bolts on. I haven't gotten those 2 pain-in-the-ass ones up. Those are harder to get in than they are to get out. And then I've got just one more that I got to put in right there. I tightened all these down. I'm out of time. I have to go. So I'm going to order this line, and hopefully this will be in by the time I get back from Colorado, and I'll put all of this back together, hopefully. So these 2 bolts right here, and here, I'm getting in the same way I took them out. This whole crazy extension right here, it's just got enough wobble so I can kind of get them in. And it's a little tricky, takes a couple tries, but it's not too bad. Once you get it started, it just goes in there for you usually. Okay, so I think I was looking at this before I left, and this line's got a whole big kink in it, so I'm going to have to take this off. I'm going to take these 2 off right first, and then I'm going to see if I can get this off without removing this CV shaft, but I'm probably gonna have to remove this, so it's gonna be a little bit of pain. But I'm gonna have to take this off because it's got that kink in it. I think that's too big of a kink. I don't know if oil is gonna get through there or not, so I'm gonna take this all off right now. Okay, so I got this thing out. Came out pretty easy actually. I was able to just use an extension, and I think that was like a 5 mil or something. So what I got to do is I was going to cut this and re-weld it. But I might just try to bend this thing so it's not on such an angle. So if this doesn't work, it doesn't seem like it is. That one too. I don't think this is going to work. Okay, so I just took a hacksaw and I cut the end off of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-weld it on like that. I think it's kind of like that or like that before, but it wants to be on like about like that. So I'm just going to be real careful here. Just got a garbage MIG welder, so hopefully it'll do what I need it to do. And yeah, I just gotta hope for the best here, I guess. This piece is nice and thick, so I don't think it's gonna warp. I'll probably just take it slow, like kind of tack it, go real slow, and hope for the best. If not, I've got another one of these coming in tomorrow. I got it on eBay for 20 bucks, like a used one on eBay from somebody. So hopefully I won't have to use that. Hopefully I can get this thing back on the road tonight, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab the welder and I'm going to just tack that on like that. Okay, so there's some more terrible welds by me, but I think that it's tight. I shined a light in there. I didn't see anything coming out, so it's just hard to use that welder. My mask isn't very good, and most importantly, I'm not very good, so I just had a tricky time. It's been a while. But I think that's going to be alright. Really hoping so. If not, I guess I'll try again with a new one tomorrow, or just keep trying with this one until like that's good. But I'm going to make sure, I'm going to like pour some oil or something in there to see if it's actually watertight. Okay, so I got it back attached to the turbo. Now I just got to put this one in. And it's still going to go on there a little weird, but it goes on way easier, and that should be good. I gotta just drop the gasket in, put those 2 bolts in, and that should be it. I'm really hoping that this is gonna be fine. That I can just drive my car away tonight. That's gonna make me happy if I can do that. Yeah, and also I don't know if anyone remembers when I made the skid plate for this thing, but that like fell off. So if anyone was wondering about that, that's what's going on with that. It's just gone. So yeah, there's no more skid plate. And then I took the heat shield off earlier too. I'm probably gonna put that back on. Alright, now I just got to drop some oil in the car and see if she starts. There we go. Alright, so let's see if she starts. I'm guessing it's going to be kind of like Frank's Jetta, where it took a couple cranks before it did anything, but let's see. Alright, so I don't see this thing leaking at all, which makes me really happy. That's going to be it for this video. I got to still figure out what's going on with the bug, but I had to get this finished first because this is my daily and I've been driving the Durango around. But anyway, this thing should be all good now. Thanks for watching. I'll have a new video up next week.